Have you ever ordered a pair of pants online and you're so excited to get them, only when they arrive at your doorstep, they don't fit? Like, how does that even happen? Well, I'm so glad you asked because the tips in today's video will help you avoid that exact frustration and instead shop with confidence, knowing that from now on, all the pants you order are going to fit you like a dream. I'm Angela, your petite style coach, and when you're ready, let's dive in. After watching the Petite Shopping Secrets series, you may feel like you have all the information that you need to completely conquer online shopping. And honestly, I thought you did too. However, last week, one of my one on one coaching clients made me realize we needed to talk a bit more about how to shop for pants. Just to catch you up, she was looking for a pair of low rise jeans, ones that would rest right above her hip bones. I sent her several options. She found a pair that she loved and ordered them right away. Unfortunately, when they arrived on her doorstep, they were so big they slipped right off of her. So we did a bit of digging, and it turns out she'd ordered a specific size, not her normal pant size, because in her head, she ordered her hip size because that's where the waistband of the pants would sit. And honestly, when she told me that, I was like, that totally makes sense. However, that's not how pants are sized. So before we move on, let's go over how to easily discover your two most important numbers to know when it comes to ordering pants that fit. Step one is all about how to get your most accurate measurements, specifically your waist and hip number. Because when it comes to pants, in addition to rise and inseam, waist and hip are the two critical numbers that you need to know. So when it comes to finding out where your waist is, what you want to do is find the narrowest part of your torso. Typically, it's right underneath your rib cage, but above your belly button. Now, if yours is higher or lower, no worries, because we know that all petites are created differently. So if you look at mine is probably right along the bottom band of my sweater. So speaking of clothes, you don't have to be naked. I mean, you can if you want to, but you just want to make sure that your clothes aren't so bulky that it's going to be tough to tell what your shape is underneath. So you'll want to wrap your tape measure around the narrowest part and make sure that it's snug enough that it doesn't droop anywhere, but not so tight that it's digging into your skin. Now, before you note down the number, make sure to exhale, because most of us subconsciously, even if we don't need to, we have a tendency to suck it in. Now, if you have an athletic shape and you're having a hard time finding out where that narrowest part is, you can bend side to side and that will show you. And yep, spot on. Now, also, just as a reminder, this is not about where the waistband of your pants are going to hit. This is strictly about getting your waist measurement, and it'll make more sense in the next step. Next, let's tackle your hips. So for the hip measurement, I'm just going to get rid of my t-shirt here. So for your hip measurement, we are looking for the widest part. And it looks to me to be right above my pockets. Okay. So once you have the tape measure wrapped around, it does help to do a quarter turn just to make sure that that really is the widest part in back and that it is level all the way across. And then take note of the number. Now, if you are a woman who has more voluptuous thighs and you've had a problem with pants fitting everywhere but they're too snug in the thigh area, then the thigh number is a game changer number to know. If you've never run into that problem, then it's nice to know. It's not a must know. But with the thigh measurement, you just want to take the measurement of your thigh at the widest part. It always reminds me of the marvelous Mrs. Maple or whatever that show is, where she measures her thighs like obsessively. So anyways, just take that measurement on the widest part and jot down that number. But wait, before you stop the video and hop online to shop, there's a couple more tips you'll want to know. Because unlike boy brands, your waist measurement is not necessarily the size that you should order. So let's talk about how to know for sure. Now, this is a screenshot from Nell Atelier, and they exclusively design clothes for women 5'4" and under. However, you can find this exact same information wherever it is that you like to shop best. So the size and the waist column are highlighted, so it's easier for you and I to see it. You'll notice that they start off with a size 23 and that it's for women who have a waist size of 24 and a half. However, that added inch and a half doesn't stay static. You'll see when you get to size 30, it increases to 2 inches, and then it changes again for size 31 and 32. So the moral of the story is to always check the size and fit chart, even if it's a brand you love and have ordered from before, because this is the perfect example. Their sizes change within the same style and then between different styles themselves. And it's always easier to check than have to return later. You've likely heard me say that retailers hate returns as much as we hate returning. Now here, they put the warning label right above the fold, and that's that Maddie Jeans runs a full size smaller, so order up. And more sites are doing this. If they're taking the time to tell us, then we're best off believing them. And it's usually someplace very visible where we'll see it before we tap add to cart. Now, while reviews can be a mixed bag because so many times the only time we bother leaving a comment is when we're unhappy and irritated. Sometimes, though, they can be super helpful, especially for a brand that maybe you haven't purchased from before and you're on the fence, or if you have a specific question about quality standards. Now, in this first review, you'll see exactly what the customer weighs and how tall she is. 4'11" and 100 to 120 pounds. And she gave the quality 5 stars. The second review is even more helpful because she actually added her sizing and then what size she purchased. So if there are reviews available, take a peek and see what they have to say. And that, my friend, is a wrap. Be sure to follow the channel so you never miss out on a petite style tip, and pop any questions or style epiphanies that you had in the comments below. Till next time, have fun and stay stylish. Bye-bye.